Across our planet, hidden in deserts, mountains, and coastlines, lie colossal stones carved not by human hands, but by time itself. Some rise like ancient guardians, others twist into impossible shapes that defy gravity, and a few look so alien you'd swear they belong on another world. Scientists struggle to explain their formation, while legends whisper of gods, spirits, and forgotten civilizations. But beyond their mystery lies something even greater. These formations are living records of Earth's history, shaped by wind, water, fire, and countless millennia of change. Each curve and crack tells a story of shifting continents, of ancient seas long vanished, of volcanoes that once raged with unimaginable force. These are the world's weirdest rock formations and geological wonders, places where Earth's imagination runs wild and its past comes alive in stone. Ready to step into landscapes that feel more like science fiction than reality? Then join us as we uncover secrets written in rock, waiting for curious minds to explore. In the remote deserts of southern Utah stands a landscape that looks more like a scene from another planet than Earth itself. Known as the toadstool hoodoos, these surreal rock formations are the result of millions of years of erosion. Each hoodoo is shaped like a giant mushroom, with a heavy cap of hard sandstone balanced on top of a slender column of softer clay and siltstone. As wind and water carved away the softer layers, the tougher rock above protected the columns beneath, creating these bizarre natural sculptures. Some rise taller than a 3-story building, yet remain perfectly balanced. Visitors often describe the hoodoos as frozen giants or stone sentinels guarding the desert. This hidden corner of Utah is more than a geological wonder. It is a reminder that nature, given time, becomes the most imaginative sculptor, crafting landscapes that blur the line between science and fantasy. Pedra de Gavia is one of the largest monoliths in the world, rising 844 meters above the coastline of Rio de Janeiro. This massive granite mountain is not only a natural wonder, but also a source of endless mystery. From a distance, its vertical cliff resembles the face of a giant, gazing out over the Atlantic, giving rise to countless legends. Some theories even suggest that the strange patterns carved into the rock might be remnants of an ancient civilization. Today, Pedra da Gavea is a famous trekking destination where adventurers challenge themselves on steep trails and are rewarded with breathtaking panoramic views of Rio's golden beaches, lush rainforests, and the endless blue sea. Rising nearly 1,600 feet above the desert floor, Shiprock is one of the most striking volcanic formations in North America. This jagged monolith, created by an ancient volcanic eruption over 27 million years ago, looks like the towering sail of a stone ship stranded in the desert. To the Navajo people, it is far more than geology. It is sacred ground, known as Tse Bita'i, or the Rock with Wings. According to legend, a great bird carried the Navajo to safety on its back and landed here, turning into stone. For centuries, stories of spirits, gods, and powerful energy have surrounded this site, making it both a place of reverence and mystery. Today, climbing is forbidden out of respect for its sacredness, but visitors from around the world come to witness its otherworldly silhouette rising from the endless desert plains. In the vast emptiness of Chile's Atacama Desert, one of the driest places on Earth, a giant stone hand rises from the sands as if reaching toward the sky. Standing at over 36 feet tall, the sculpture known as La Mano del Desierto, the Hand of the Desert, was created in 1992 by Chilean artist Mario Irarrázaval. Its haunting presence is both surreal and symbolic, representing human vulnerability, loneliness, and the struggle for existence in such an unforgiving landscape. Surrounded by endless horizons of sand and rock, the hand appears almost like the remnant of a forgotten civilization or a monument left behind by extraterrestrials. Over time, winds and dust storms have weathered its surface, giving it an even more mysterious, ancient appearance. Rising dramatically from the flat Namib Desert, Spitzkoppe is often called the Matterhorn of Namibia. These towering granite peaks, some more than 120 million years old, are the remains of ancient volcanic activity. The largest rock arch, sculpted by wind and time, frames the desert horizon like a natural gateway to another world. For centuries, the Sand People, one of the world's oldest cultures, lived around these rocks and left behind remarkable cave paintings depicting animals, rituals, and daily life. The isolation of Spitzkoppe gives it an almost otherworldly atmosphere. At sunrise and sunset, the granite glows with fiery shades of orange and red, transforming the landscape into a living painting. Today, it is not only a geological wonder, but also a cultural treasure, blending natural beauty with the enduring history of humanity's earliest storytellers. In the heart of Colorado Springs lies a landscape so surreal it feels sculpted by divine hands. Towering red sandstone formations, some rising more than 300 feet, pierce the sky in dramatic shapes, balancing rocks, cathedral-like spires, and tilted fins that look as if the earth itself has shifted. These stones were formed over millions of years, their fiery hues a striking contrast to the blue Rocky Mountain backdrop. For the Native American tribes who once gathered here, the Garden of the Gods was a sacred place, filled with stories of creation and spiritual power. Today, it remains a natural wonder where geology and legend meet. Hidden within the Wairarapa region of New Zealand stands one of the country's most mysterious landscapes, the Putangiruwa Pinnacles. These towering stone spires, some stretching more than 100 feet into the sky, were sculpted over millions of years by relentless erosion. The result is a labyrinth of ghostly columns that feels like a natural cathedral carved by time itself. The pinnacles hold deep cultural meaning for the Maori, who connect the site with legends of spirits and ancestral pathways. Their haunting beauty has also captured global attention, most famously serving as a filming location for the Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. In southern Spain, near the town of Antequera, lies one of Europe's most surreal geological landscapes, Torcal de Antequera. This natural wonder is a vast labyrinth of limestone, sculpted by wind, rain, and ice over more than 100 million years. The result is a maze of rock towers, stacked formations, and spiraling shapes that resemble everything from ancient ruins to alien cities. Walking through Torcal feels like stepping onto another planet, where stone has been transformed into art by the slow hand of time. It is a place where science and legend intertwine, inviting explorers to lose themselves among its silent stone guardians. In the heart of Western Australia's Nambung National Park lies a landscape that looks more like another planet than Earth, the Pinnacles Desert. Rising from golden sands are thousands of limestone spires, some only a few feet tall, others towering over 10 feet, creating a forest of stone that stretches as far as the eye can see. Formed over millions of years from seashell deposits, wind, and erosion, these eerie formations stand as reminders of a time when this desert was once beneath the ocean. To the Aboriginal people, the pinnacles hold spiritual significance, woven into stories of life, death, and the afterworld. Walking through this otherworldly maze feels like entering a natural cathedral, silent, powerful, and timeless. Deep in southeastern Arizona lies a landscape so strange, it's often called a wonderland of rocks. The Chiricahua rock formations are towering pinnacles, spires, and balancing stones that seem impossibly perched, as if gravity has chosen to ignore them. These surreal shapes were born nearly 27 million years ago, after a massive volcanic eruption blanketed the region with ash. Over time, erosion carved that hardened ash into the fantastic stone giants we see today. For the Chiricahua Apache people, these lands hold sacred meaning, echoing with stories of spirits and warriors. Walking through the maze of stone, you encounter formations that resemble faces, animals, even castles, each one a reminder of nature's power to create art beyond human imagination. Perched nearly 3,600 feet above Lake Ringedalsvatnet, Trolltunga, meaning the troll's tongue, is one of Norway's most dramatic natural wonders. This narrow slab of rock juts horizontally from a sheer cliff, suspended in the air as if frozen mid-breath. Formed during the last ice age, when retreating glaciers carved and cracked the mountain, Trolltunga has become a symbol of nature's raw power and artistry. Legends say the formation resembles the tongue of a troll turned to stone by sunlight, adding a touch of myth to its already otherworldly presence. The hike to reach it is long and demanding, but those who make the journey are rewarded with a view that feels like standing on the edge of the world. Endless mountains, shimmering waters, and skies that shift from stormy gray to crystal blue. Hidden deep within Purnululu National Park in Western Australia lies one of the planet's most astonishing geological treasures, the Bungle Bungles. These beehive-shaped domes, striped in vivid bands of orange and black, rise hundreds of feet above the rugged landscape. Formed from sandstone over 300 million years ago, their unique pattern comes from layers of silica and bacteria that protect the rock from erosion. For tens of thousands of years, the Aboriginal people have regarded this place as sacred, weaving it into stories of creation and spiritual life. Yet, despite its size and significance, the Bungle Bungles remained unknown to the outside world until the 1980s, making them one of Australia's best-kept secrets. In western Madagascar rises one of the most otherworldly landscapes on Earth, the Tsingy de Bemaraha. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a labyrinth of towering limestone spires, some sharp as knives, stretching hundreds of feet into the sky. The word Tsingy in Malagasy means where one cannot walk barefoot, a fitting name for this stone forest of razor-edged pinnacles carved by millions of years of rain and erosion. Within this jagged maze thrive unique species found nowhere else on the planet. Lemurs leaping from rock to rock, rare birds nesting in the cliffs, and plants that have adapted to survive in the harshest of conditions. Local legends speak of spirits inhabiting the stone, giving the landscape an aura of mystery. At sunrise and sunset, the spires glow silver and gold, transforming the forest of stone into a shimmering sea of light. In the hills of Antioquia, Colombia, stands a colossal monolith that seems to rise straight out of the earth, the Rock of Guatapé, or La Piedra del Peñol. Towering more than 200 meters above the surrounding landscape, this granite giant is believed to be over 65 million years old. Its surface is etched with a massive natural crack, where a staircase of more than 640 steps has been built. Allowing visitors to climb to the summit. From the top, the view is breathtaking, a vast panorama of emerald hills and a sprawling network of turquoise lakes created by a man-made reservoir. Local legends claim the rock was once worshipped by indigenous people who considered it sacred. Today it stands as both a geological marvel and a cultural icon, drawing travelers from around the world to marvel at its immensity and mystery. In the rolling hills of Buzău County, Romania, lies a landscape that looks more like the surface of another planet than Earth, the Berca mud volcanoes. Here, underground gases push up through clay and groundwater, creating bubbling cones of mud that constantly shift and reshape the terrain. Some of these miniature volcanoes erupt gently with a soft gurgle, while others spit and crack, leaving behind strange grey craters and barren fields where almost no vegetation survives. Scientists see it as a natural laboratory, offering a glimpse into geological processes deep beneath the Earth's crust. Yet the eerie silence and desolate beauty of the site have also inspired local legends, with people imagining it as a gateway to the underworld. Walking among the bubbling pools, with the smell of minerals in the air and the ground trembling softly beneath your feet, feels like stepping into a living, breathing alien world. Tucked away in the desert of southern Utah lies a surreal landscape where nature seems to have played with clay, Goblin Valley. Here, thousands of sandstone formations rise from the desert floor, eroded by wind and water into bizarre, mushroom-like shapes that locals call goblins. Some are small and squat, others tower overhead, clustered together like an army of stone creatures frozen in time. Formed over 170 million years ago from ancient seabeds, their red and orange hues glow brilliantly under the desert sun, creating a scene that feels more like a fantasy world than our planet. Walking among them, it's easy to imagine these goblins coming to life as the shadows shift at dusk. Beyond its geological wonder, Goblin Valley carries a playful yet eerie atmosphere, an outdoor gallery where Earth's imagination has run wild for millions of years. Scattered along Kwaikohe Beach on New Zealand's South Island are some of the most mysterious natural formations in the world, the Moeraki boulders. These massive, perfectly spherical stones, some more than 6 feet across, look as if giants once played a game and left their marbles behind. Formed around 60 million years ago, the boulders are septarian concretions, created slowly as minerals crystallized inside ancient mudstone. Over time, erosion revealed their smooth, rounded shapes. For the Maori, these stones carry deep cultural meaning, said to represent the remains of food baskets, gourds, and eel traps from the great voyaging canoe Araitiuru, turned to stone upon reaching shore. At sunrise, when the waves wash gently over them and the horizon glows gold, the Moeraki boulders seem almost alive, timeless guardians between land and sea, science and legend. Rising more than 1,200 feet above the rolling plains of Wyoming, Devil's Tower is one of the most striking and mysterious monoliths in North America. Its sheer vertical walls, etched with perfect hexagonal columns, were formed millions of years ago by volcanic activity. Yet geologists still debate the exact process that created its unique shape. For many Native American tribes, including the Lakota, Kiowa, and Cheyenne, the tower is a sacred place. Legends speak of children chased by a giant bear who prayed to the Great Spirit. The ground rose beneath them, and the bear's claws left deep marks in the rock. Declared the first U.S. national monument in 1906, Devil's Tower continues to inspire awe, blending geology, history, and myth. In the heart of Sri Lanka rises an immense stone fortress that seems to touch the sky, Sigiriya, often called the Lion Rock. This colossal monolith soars nearly 660 feet above the surrounding plains, its summit crowned with the ruins of an ancient royal palace. Built in the 5th century by King Kashyapa, Sigiriya was more than a stronghold. It was a statement of power, art, and vision. The rock is famous for its mirror wall, once polished to reflect like glass, and for its delicate frescoes of celestial maidens painted high on its cliffs. At the entrance, colossal lion paws carved into stone still guard the stairway to the summit, giving the site its legendary name. From the top, breathtaking views stretch in every direction, blending history and nature. Today, Sigiriya stands as both an archaeological treasure and a symbol of human ingenuity carved into the bones of the earth. Deep in the forests of Finland lies one of nature's strangest balancing acts, Kumakivi Rock. This giant boulder, weighing hundreds of tons, rests delicately atop a smooth, curved bedrock, balanced so perfectly that it has remained unmoved for thousands of years. Despite its precarious appearance, not even the push of several people can shift it. Scientists believe the rock was carried here by retreating glaciers at the end of the last ice age, around 12,000 years ago, leaving behind this geological riddle. Yet to locals, Kumakivi has long felt like something more than a natural accident. Its name means strange rock, and legends speak of giants or trolls placing it in its unlikely position. Standing beneath it, you feel both wonder and unease, as if gravity itself is holding its breath. Just outside Nanjing lies one of the most baffling, unfinished monuments in the world, the Yangshan Quarry. Here, 3 colossal stone blocks were carved directly from the mountainside during the 15th century, intended for the Ming Dynasty Emperor's mausoleum. Each block is astonishing in size. The largest weighs an estimated 16,000 tons, far beyond the capacity of ancient or even modern technology to move. Work was abandoned when it became clear the stones could never be transported, leaving behind a ghostly reminder of imperial ambition. Today, the site feels frozen in time. Massive cuts in the mountain, half-finished monoliths, and silent evidence of human effort pushed beyond possibility. Standing among these ruins, you can't help but wonder, how did they plan to move stones of such impossible weight, and what secrets of ancient engineering remain hidden here? In the heart of Egypt's western desert lies a landscape so surreal, it feels like a dream: the White Desert, or Sahara el-Baydar. Stretching for miles, this otherworldly plain is covered with towering chalk formations, sculpted over millions of years by wind and sand into shapes that defy imagination. Some resemble giant mushrooms, others camels, tents, or even human figures, as if a gallery of natural sculptures has been scattered across the desert floor. By day, the blinding white contrasts sharply with the golden sands surrounding it, while at sunset, the rocks glow with hues of pink and orange. For the Bedouin, it is a place woven with legends, where spirits are said to wander among the stones. The White Desert is both a geological wonder and a timeless canvas where nature reveals its most mysterious artistry. Off the coast of Yonaguni Island, in Okinawa, Japan, lies one of the greatest underwater mysteries on Earth, the Yonaguni Monument. Submerged beneath the waves, this massive stone structure features sharp terraces, steps, and flat platforms that look eerily like the ruins of a sunken city. Some scientists argue it is a natural formation shaped by currents and tectonic activity, while others believe it may be evidence of an ancient civilization lost to the sea thousands of years ago. Discovered in the 1980s, the site continues to spark fierce debate. Are these stones the work of nature's hand or humanity's forgotten past? Divers who explore the monument describe the experience as otherworldly, descending into blue waters to find colossal walls and stairways rising from the ocean floor. Hidden within the lush Phu Sing Forest Park of northeastern Thailand lies one of the country's most breathtaking natural landmarks, Three Whale Rock. These massive sandstone formations, more than 75 million years old, rise from the forest like a pod of whales frozen in stone. From above, the resemblance is uncanny. Three enormous rocks aligned side by side, shaped like a mother whale, and her calves swimming together. Standing on their smooth, curved backs offers panoramic views stretching over misty jungles, winding rivers, and even into neighboring Laos on clear days. Local legends tell of the rocks as sacred guardians of the land, protecting both people and nature. Rising just outside Barcelona, Montserrat is one of Spain's most iconic and mysterious mountains. Its name means saw-toothed, a fitting description for the jagged limestone peaks that stretch dramatically into the sky, shaped by millions of years of wind and rain. The mountain has long been a place of legend and spirituality. For centuries, pilgrims have climbed its slopes to visit the Benedictine Abbey of Santa Maria de Montserrat, home to the revered Black Madonna statue. Local myths speak of hidden caves and holy visions, giving Montserrat an aura of mysticism that endures to this day. Scientists marvel at its unusual rock formations, which resemble giant fingers or towers, while hikers are rewarded with sweeping views of Catalonia's rolling plains. On the wide plains of Wiltshire, stands one of the world's most enduring mysteries, Stonehenge. This prehistoric circle of massive standing stones, some weighing over 25 tons, has stood for more than 4,000 years. How these colossal blocks were transported and raised by ancient people remains a puzzle that continues to intrigue scientists. Archaeologists suggest it was used as a ceremonial site, an astronomical observatory, or perhaps a sacred place of burial. Yet myths tell of giants, wizards, and powerful energies tied to the stones. At sunrise during the summer solstice, the sun aligns perfectly with the monument's axis, flooding the circle with golden light. And hinting at a deep connection to the cosmos. To walk among these weathered giants is to step into both history and legend, a place where human ingenuity, ritual, and mystery converge in one of Earth's most iconic landmarks. The Split Rock of Moses is a fascinating landmark tied to biblical tradition, located in the desert region of the Sinai Peninsula, or, according to other claims, in the northwest of Saudi Arabia, near Jebel al-Lawz. According to the story in the book of Exodus, when the Israelites were wandering through the desert after leaving Egypt, they grew desperate from thirst. In their suffering, they pleaded with Moses. God then commanded Moses to strike a rock with his staff, and when he did, water miraculously gushed forth, providing life-saving relief for the people. The rock, believed to be this site, is massive, about 20 feet, 6 meters high, split cleanly down the middle into two large halves. Between the split, channels and signs of water erosion can be seen, as if water once flowed there for a long period. For many visitors, this is viewed as physical evidence of the biblical miracle. The Crowley Lake columns in California are one of those rare natural wonders that look almost too strange to be real. Hidden along the shores of Crowley Lake, these towering stone formations rise up like an army of ancient pillars stretching as high as 20 feet. They resemble the ruins of a forgotten temple, perfectly lined and carved with mysterious precision. In reality, these columns were formed thousands of years ago through a mix of volcanic activity and erosion. about 760,000 years ago, the explosive eruption of the Long Valley caldera spread volcanic ash across the region. Over time, mineral-rich water seeped through the ash and hardened it into stone. Then, as waves and wind wore away at the weaker material, the striking pillars were left standing, row after row, as if sculpted by human hands. The result is a surreal landscape: arches, alcoves, and columns glowing in shades of grey and white, especially magical when the light of sunrise or sunset touches them. The Vale da Lua, or Valley of the Moon in Brazil, is one of the most otherworldly landscapes on Earth. Shaped over thousands of years by the powerful currents of the São Miguel River, the rocks here have been carved into smooth, flowing forms that look like the surface of another planet. Their grey color and wave-like patterns resemble lunar craters, earning the valley its celestial name. Nestled within the Chapada dos Veadeiros National Park, this surreal wonder is not only a geological masterpiece, but also part of a region believed by many to hold strong, mystical energy. When sunlight strikes the polished stone, pools of crystal-clear water shimmer between the formations, creating a dreamlike scene where Earth feels disguised as the moon. The Carnac stones in Brittany, France, are among the most mysterious prehistoric monuments in the world. Spread across several miles, over 3,000 standing stones rise from the earth in long, precise rows, some towering more than 15 feet tall. These megaliths were erected around 6,000 years ago, making them older than Stonehenge and the Great Pyramids. What purpose they served remains an enigma. Some scholars believe they were part of an ancient astronomical observatory, aligned with the movements of the sun and moon. Others suggest they were sacred sites of ritual, or even markers of a vast prehistoric cemetery. Local legends whisper that the stones were once a Roman army turned to rock by Merlin, the wizard of Arthurian lore. Walking among them feels like stepping into a forgotten code written in stone. Their sheer scale and precision suggest a society far more advanced than history records.